All right, the last thing I'm going to cover is a little stick trick that I stole from a guy named Morgan Agren. He's a Swedish drummer, and I saw him do this at Zappa's Universe, 20 some odd years ago now. It was a Frank Zappa tribute concert in New York, and he was playing a song called Night School, which is a song that was composed on a synclavier. So the hi-hat pattern is a little weird. And in order to play it correctly and have it sound right, Morgan invented this weird two-stick technique I'm about to show you to get this sound. I don't use it for that. I use it for 16th note funk. Or you're playing with a double, so you got to remove your hand to play the backbeat on the 2 and 4. Unless you're really fast with a single stick. You can only get so fast for a 16th note funk groove. Might be familiar with that feel from Tom Sawyer. That's what Neil Peart uses, is that single stroke. But at higher speeds, that's really hard to keep going. So we resort to playing the 16th note pattern with 2 hands. So on. And you can burn that really fast, but you're still losing that single hi-hat on the 2 and 4 when you're bringing your hand down. So I figured I'd try this two stick in one hand technique. And marimba and vibe players do this all the time. They use 2 sticks in each hand. But as applies to the hi-hat, I thought I could achieve that 1-iana, 2-iana by using that Morgan Agren technique. So I take the stick. I don't know how Morgan does it, but I take one stick and I put it in normal playing position. And then I take the second stick and I use my index finger to keep it. So I'm pulling this one against my index finger with my thumb. And then I'm supporting this finger with the tip of my index finger. So I get this pretty uniform V, and it's pretty solid. You got to work pretty hard to move it. And I take it and I sweep it. Now, I don't know if you can see this from the angle I've got here, but I use this technique. Now, Morgan used it for, as I've explained, the pattern on Night School was. You can't do the hi-hat on that backbeat without this, and this is how he used it. Let's see if I can even do it. Now, I take this and I make it a 16th note funk, and I use it on all of the strokes. And if you notice, I space the stick. Now this is a choice, but so I strike the snare drum rim down here. Maybe you can see it there. At the same time, so it gives us this little click on the E's. I guess it's on the downbeats. And you can choose not to by making that gap a little smaller. But this is really kind of fun because you can do all kinds of weird stuff with it that you might not think of once you've got this 16th note pattern down. So I'll just throw down a couple of examples of the 16th note funk and some other things you can do. We can go into 6/8, and I'll show you that in a second. And I'll clip the rim in some occasions, and I'll leave it off in others, so you can see the difference. It's very, very subtle. It's hard to tell, but I'll do it anyway. is just to change it to 6/8 by changing the accent. Instead of 1 and 2 or 1 B and 2 B and we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Play that a little faster. Going to shuffle that. I guess you could do that with 4 too. Never tried it. Anyway, so nothing magical or mystical about what I do, or what any drummer does. Just how much time you're willing to put into practicing all the wonderful things that this amazing instrument can do.